So this message is for anybody who's hiking the Appalachian Trail this year, whether it's a through hike or a section hike, and really to the entire Appalachian Trail community. And as we all know, the Appalachian Trail was devastated by a historic flooding last year from Hurricane Helene, and many towns were severely impacted by that storm. And I was asked to share a few moments about what the trail means to me from Miss Janet, who, if you don't know who Miss Janet is, she is an iconic trail angel from the Appalachian Trail, who probably knows as much, if not more, than anybody. She's been supporting hikers along the way for a long time, and she asked me to come on and share a little bit about an initiative that she's starting called Zero Hero. I'm honored to do that. My name is Wing It, and I'm a 2024 Appalachian Trail alum, and this time last year I was frantically getting ready to step out on trail, having no experience, never been in the mountains, never hiked before, never backpacked, only had a few weeks to gather all the gear together, no shakedown hikes, never read a book, never watched a movie, never watched a vlog, really was naive and green and had no idea if I would even enjoy hiking, and yet it was such a beautiful experience. It meant so much to me, and what makes the Appalachian Trail special to me is it's not just being in nature, which that alone is beautiful, but it's also the people that you meet, just singleness of purpose, and everybody's moving in the same direction, and they're cooperating and helpful to each other, and it's just wonderful to witness. And couple that with the fact that you come across an obscure road crossing or parking lot, and there's some trail angels there doing some trail magic, and just complete strangers offering their time and their money and their resources to give a cold drink or make some food for the hikers. And they take such an interest in us, asking absolutely nothing in return. And the communities along the way, and the hostel owners and the business owners, whether it's, a small coffee shop in Hot Springs like Artisan, where you get to meet the owner, and he's from Atlanta originally and moved to LA, and he moved from LA out to Hot Springs, North Carolina, and those are the memories that I remember. You might hitchhike and somebody pulls up and gives you a ride. It's a beautiful experience, and not to mention that the people who maintain the trail, so that me and you can hike, and they hike the mountain just like I had to do it, but with heavy equipment and chainsaws and axes and weed eaters and tools necessary to clear the path of anything from poison oak or poison ivy, so that we can experience the beauty of the trail. And many of these people are 70 years old and older, volunteering their time to maintain the entirety of the trail. And all of those people, they are all from those communities that were impacted by the devastating floods of Hurricane Helene, and many of them haven't even picked up their own pieces yet. It's amazing to me that there is even an opportunity to hike this year, and the impact that they have had on me, we have an opportunity to have the same impact on them. So many of these communities, like Hot Springs, like Irwin, Tennessee, like Roan Mountain and Damascus, they are dependent upon the resources from the hiking community to survive, man. To survive, that is their income. There's such a unique opportunity for us as hikers this year to give back to those towns. And it was so impactful to me that this year I am going back out there, only from a different perspective. I'm not gonna hike this year. I am gonna follow the bubble as much as I can and offer rides and support and do trail magic for people, and any way that I can enhance somebody else's hike. And I vlogged my trek last year, and I'm gonna vlog it again this year. I hope to get to meet all the hikers that I possibly can, and I wanna hear their stories and their reasons for hiking. And I look forward to seeing the trail from a different perspective, of being of service to the hikers that are out there, but more importantly, to give back to the trail that has historically, so many people paved the way for me to hike, and so many people have busted their butt in the most trying times in order for you to hike this year. So I offer a challenge to anybody hiking this year, or anybody that will be near those communities. Let's show some love for them. And if you are going to take a zero in some of those communities, those 4 I mentioned in particular, there will be opportunities there to volunteer in those communities. I know it's hike your own hike, and I know the chores that you need to do on that zero, and laundry and resupply and rest. But if you can devote just a little bit of time to the people that devote so much to us, I think it will not only enhance your hike, but it will dramatically enhance the people that are still struggling to survive in those communities. And as a guy who took many zeros and many double zeros and even a few triple zeros, I wanted to experience everything the trail had to offer. And to me, the towns were as much of a part of the trail as the trail itself was. So look for the opportunities to become a hero on your zero in those communities. And if you can, double zero there, man, because that economic impact for those communities is as helpful as anything else. And they could use that as much as you could use a nice cold Gatorade or a soda after hiking 15 miles. And I encourage you guys to try to give back, to enjoy the trail and everything it has to offer, and to realize that we mean as much to those communities as they do to us. I will put all the information, my information. You can message me, you can email me, and I will share my phone number with you via email. And if you need anything out on the trail, I'd be more than happy to provide it. And I will provide all the information that I have at this point regarding the Zero Hero in my description. But you should be able to notice when you come into those 4 towns in particular, or anywhere along that path, various opportunities to be a hero on your zero. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or Miss Janet, and will absolutely be opportunities that you will be able to recognize along the trail, and notifications for you to see. And if you can find some time in your heart and you are able to, give back to those that are given to you, man, and show your appreciation. Put a smile on the faces that have made it accessible for you to hike this year. Appreciate you for watching.